Coating a Corvette.
I'm John.
I'm Ivan, and this is C6 Ceramics. Today we started by polishing this car over on the DIY Detail channel. You can check the video out in the description below. But now we're almost ready to coat. We've polished the car, we've compounded it, we have it to where we want it, but we have to remove the compound residue, and then we get to use the app. So let's go, John. We're using a rinseless dampened towel, and this will help remove the residue a lot easier without having to put any pressure on it. And we get to see that nice gloss below it. John, what coating is the customer chosen?
Today we're going to be installing C6 Diamond Gloss.
Oh, good.
Even though it's a racetrack car, they still want to take it to Cars and Coffee and have incredible gloss on top of this beautiful red paint.
Beautiful. Good decision. On the paint correction, we weren't going for perfection on this one. It's, shall we say, it needs a little bit more than just a polishing. But we brought back a lot of gloss, got rid of all those little spider web marks. But there are areas on this car that the fiberglass is starting to bubble, so being too aggressive would not have been a good thing. And they want to preserve it as much as we can. What's the story behind this car?
Well, my friend actually owns a European motorsports company working on cars in the shop.
Yeah.
And this is his dad's car, so I asked if he had any cars available, and he said, oh, my dad's got a Corvette, which was a little surprising since they do so much European repairs, but nonetheless, we have a vehicle from them now.
Sort of seems out of character there.
A little out of character, but
yeah. It's a fun car nonetheless. That burble of the V8 is always attractive.
I want to put tire shine on it early before we're actually done because the paint looks so shiny and the tires are so dry, and to me, I don't want to look at dry tires anymore. I want shiny tires to match the shiny paint.
Excellent. Despite a few scars from the track, it's actually looking really good. And you're right, the tires do look a little
dry.
A little dry. Doing a good job, sir.
Thank you. Doesn't that look much better?
I tend to agree. Next step in the preparation is our adhesion promoter polish, or what we like to call the C6 app. And no, don't go in the App Store looking for it, you won't find it. We're testing different machines to help our installers out. I have a 5-inch random orbital sander with a 3mm stroke, and you've got a 6-inch random orbital sander with a 5mm stroke. And we'll see which one performs better, which one gives us the better results and is easier to use.
Now, when applying the app to the pad, the less you use, the better it is. I mean, we're very small amounts, pea-sized drops. We'll do multiple panels at a time.
And very, very small peas.
Very small peas. This is to prime the pad, so there's a little bit more than you actually want to be using the whole time.
We've tested a lot of different machines, and anything over an 8mm stroke is a no-go. So we're trying the 3, the 5, we've tried an 8. It was on the verge of being too activated. The app actually has SiO2 in it and a bit of polysilazane, and if you overwork it, it cures onto the paint, and when you do that, that's not a good thing. It makes it very difficult to level off. So off we go, sir.
So as you can see, this was the first application when we first started putting the app on the car. So I did the half of the roof, the side, half of the trunk, the back panel, and I'm just starting to run out here. So this is still enough is on there, but this will be the time you can reapply some onto your pad.
If you happen to get a little drop of water like I just did here coming out of the emblem, not a big deal. Keep going and just ignore it. Now, if you get a lot of water, yes, you want to change your pad, but just a drop or two, not a big game changer.
Now that I've finished my side of the car, you can see what's left on the pad is going to be enough to finish the windows. So there's no need to apply any more app to the pad itself.
If there's areas you can't get in with your polisher, just take a foam applicator pad that we use for the coating. Try to get a little bit out of the bottle. Very, very little. And now I can get into this little tight area here that I can't with the polisher. Because we want to have the app everywhere, because it's what's helping with the adhesion of the coating. John, one thing a lot of our installers struggle with is removing the app. And there's a lot of causes to that, but the first cause is overworking the app. It is not to do paint correction. It does enhancement, it does that last little cleaning, but it's not to do paint correction. So if you're trying to do 5 and 6 and 8 passes with it, you're not gonna have a good day. But if you did it like we did, just a quick pass or two, making sure to get it everywhere, The wipe off is simple, it's easy, and you end up with a nice deep gloss ready to accept, in this case, diamond gloss.
After the app has been applied to the car, it'll stay swollen for about 24 hours. But if you have time to put the app on, you saw how quickly we did it, you should have time to put the coating on as well.
Right. The coating application is, shall we say, the least stressful part of all of this. Now, if you get a high spot, you'll be very stressed. But in the meantime, the coating application should be your reward, should be the easy part. It's all the prep that goes into applying a coating that's difficult. Don't worry.
If you are putting the app on the windows and you're putting too much, you'll have a hard time removing it because the ceramics in the app itself will start to cure on the window, and that might be what you guys are struggling with to remove it. There we go.
John, we're ready for the diamond gloss. We have washed, decontaminated, prepped, polished, and now done the app. We're ready to apply the coating. Are you going to apply or are you going to level?
I'll level.
You want to level?
I applied yesterday, you can apply today.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Leveling towels and diamond gloss. Now, C6 is born from carbon, and the name C6 actually comes from the element in the elemental table, you know, the 118 things you studied back in high school. Anyways, diamond is the only gemstone that has one ingredient, and that ingredient is carbon. The element for carbon is C6. Diamonds are rated in two different scales, clarity and color. That's why the diamond gloss is rated FL and D. When we start, I'm going to be putting a good amount, 10 or 12 drops on my pad. And from here, I'm going to be spreading it. Normally I start on the outside of the panel, boxing it in. This time I'm going to start in the center and work my way out because I do have an excess on my applicator pad. Spreading it out, making sure to box in the sections, getting it everywhere. And I'm going past the center of the hood on purpose. You can overlap, and we actually suggest you overlap from one to another. And now that excess that was in the center, I'll pick it up again. Now that my pad is starting to get a little drier, making sure to work in around the scoop. And with the coating, more is not better. We want to have just enough on the surface to cover the surface, but nothing more. Now I'll do the headlight as well, John.
All right.
Oh, and a little triangle right there they missed. So John's doing a thorough inspection, make sure I didn't miss anywhere. Or it could have leveled in already. And we have two ways of inspecting. One is visual, like John is doing, and when he starts leveling it, he'll feel it. If I missed a spot, it's not going to feel the same. Now going forward, just 2 or 3 drops on my applicator pad. How's it feeling, John?
If you feel the towel sticking to the coating at all, it still needs to cure a little longer. This towel is just sliding right across the paint, so you know it's been enough time to wipe it off.
And we're actually not wiping anything off. It's a common theme, but we're actually leveling. So we have high spots and we're spreading those high spots out onto the existing coating that's there. So our towel doesn't get wet. We're not removing any coating. And that is glossy.
It is glossy.
Now the gloss actually improves over time. In the first hour, you'll see a noted difference, and actually in the first week, you'll see a noted difference. After that, your gloss level is finally reached. So I'm going to box in my panel. making sure to go all around the edges. That way I don't miss anything. And then I fill in circular motions. And add another drop or two, and keep going. When you feel resistance on your applicator pad, just add 1 or 2 drops, not more. I made sure to go over onto the fender, onto the headlight, and onto the bumper. That way we have nothing missed on the seams.
When you see me working with both towels, the low nap towel I'm going to use as the leveling towel, and the high nap towel I will be using to finish off the coating itself.
Yeah, the secondary towel is just an insurance towel, making sure that nothing is missed, and you actually feel the coating if you left a little spot with that towel a little better. So driver's side of the roof and down the B-pillar onto the trunk lid. A lot of people question the use of a foam applicator, and foam is actually the best tool for the job. It doesn't absorb the coating like a microfiber applicator, lays it down very evenly, and it's thick enough that we don't have any pressure points. So you can see the reflection here. It's just amazing. The C6 Ceramics logo is now in the car. But no, don't worry, it's not permanent. It's not following the car everywhere.